Life is always listening to you, my dear, not only to the words you speak out loud, not only to the prayers you say at night, not only to the affirmations you repeat in the morning. Life is listening to the state you live in. It is listening to the feeling you return to again and again. It is listening to the belief you carry in your chest. It is listening to the quiet story you keep telling yourself when no one else can hear. And this is why sometimes life may seem slow to respond. You may be asking for love, but living in fear of being left. You may be asking for peace, but feeding worry from the moment you wake up. You may be asking for abundance, but speaking lack over every small choice. You may be asking for a new life, but your body is still holding the old one as if it is the only safe place to be. This is not said to blame you. Please hear that clearly. This is not about blaming your thoughts, blaming your pain, blaming your past, or blaming your fear. Blame closes the heart. Love opens it. This is about becoming aware of the quiet energy that you keep sending into life. Because life does not only answer the sentence you say once. Life answers the state you keep practicing. A sentence may say, "I am ready," but the body may say, "I am afraid." A sentence may say, "I trust," but the hands may still be gripping. A sentence may say, "I am open," but the heart may still be locked behind old hurt. And life, in its deep wisdom, responds to the whole of you, not only the mouth, not only the mind, not only the wish, the whole inner state. Many people wonder, why is life not changing? Why has my prayer not been answered? Why do I keep waiting? Why does it feel like good things are far away? And these are honest questions. They come from a tired heart. They come from a soul that has tried. They come from someone who has hoped, waited, cried, trusted, doubted, and tried again. We do not shame these questions. We hold them gently, but today we look deeper. Perhaps life is not ignoring you. Perhaps life is not late. Perhaps life is not saying no. Perhaps life is asking you to become a clearer home for the good you are asking to receive. The quiet secret is this: life responds faster when your inner state stops fighting your desire. Life responds faster when your words, feelings, thoughts, and small choices begin to move in the same direction. Life responds faster when you stop begging from fear and begin allowing from trust. Life responds faster when you are no longer saying yes with your mouth and no with your body. It is like opening a door with one hand while the other hand is holding it shut. You may say, "I want this good thing," but something inside may say, "But what if it hurts? What if I lose it? What if I'm not worthy? What if it comes and I cannot keep it? What if I'm disappointed again?" And so the door opens a little, then closes a little, opens a little, then closes again. Not because life is cruel, not because you are failing, but because your inner world is asking for safety before it can fully receive. My dear, Life responds to softness more than force. This may sound simple, but it is very deep. Many people think that if they push harder, worry longer, repeat more words, check more signs, and control more details, then life will move faster. But fear does not make life move faster. Fear makes the body tight. Fear makes the mind loud. Fear makes the heart blind to the small answers already arriving. When you are in fear, you may not notice the gentle idea. You may not hear the quiet guidance. You may not feel the peaceful no. You may not see the door that is opening because you are staring only at the one that has not opened yet. Fear narrows the eyes. Trust opens them. This does not mean you should never feel fear. You are human. Fear may come, doubt may come, old feelings may rise. The body may remember what happened before. The mind may try to protect you by expecting the worst, but you do not have to build your whole life around fear. You can notice it. You can breathe with it. You can say, I see you, fear. You are trying to protect me. But I am learning a new way now. That one gentle sentence can begin to change the whole energy. You do not defeat fear by fighting it. You soften fear by bringing love into the place where fear lives. Life does not need your panic in order to bless you. Life does not need your worry in order to know what you want. Life does not need you to stay awake all night proving that you care. Sometimes we think worry is love. We think if we worry enough, life will understand how much something matters to us. But worry is not trust. Worry is not prayer. Worry is often the mind repeating fear because it does not yet know how to rest. The heart says, I care. The worried mind says, then hold on tightly. But love says, care deeply and still allow life to help you. There is a softer way to ask. There is a calmer way to desire. There is a peaceful way to want what you want. You can want love without chasing it. You can want abundance without fearing every bill. You can want healing without attacking the body. You can want change without hating your present moment. You can want a new life without calling your current life a failure. This is where the quiet secret begins. You stop pushing against what is here. You stop giving all your energy to what you fear. You begin to hold your desire with warm hands instead of tight hands. You begin to say, I welcome good. I am willing to receive. I am becoming ready. The state you live in is like the air inside your inner home. If the air is full of fear, every thought breathes fear. If the air is full of lack, every choice feels heavy. If the air is full of shame, even good things may feel unsafe. But if you begin to fill that inner home with peace, trust, kindness, and love, then something changes. You may still have the same outer life for a little while, the same room, the same bank account, the same work, the same questions, the same waiting. but you are no longer the same person standing inside it, and that matters more than you know. The outside world often changes after the inside world has been practiced for a while. A seed changes under the soil before you see the plant. The morning begins in darkness before the sun appears. A new life may begin in your quiet response before anyone else can notice it. You may think nothing is changing, but perhaps you did not react the same way today. Perhaps you did not chase. Perhaps you did not speak to yourself with the same cruelty. Perhaps you did not give fear the whole morning. Perhaps you stopped and breathed before you answered. Perhaps you said, "Life is with me," even though the old mind wanted to say, "Nothing ever works for me." That is not small. That is the new state being born. My dear, do not look only for big proof. The first proof that life is responding may be a peaceful feeling where panic used to live. It may be a small idea. It may be a sudden desire to clean your space, make a call, rest your body, write something down, or stop checking what hurts you. It may be a new calm in front of an old problem. It may be the feeling that you are no longer fully loyal to the old story. These are quiet signs. Do not reject them because they do not look dramatic. Life often begins answering softly before it answers loudly. When your inner state changes, your attention changes. When your attention changes, your choices change. When your choices change, your path changes. This is why your state is so important. If you live in the state of "I am always behind," you will see life through that feeling. You will compare, rush, and feel late even when something is growing. If you live in the state of "I am not chosen," you may look for proof of rejection even when love is nearby. If you live in the state of "there is never enough," you may miss small doors of support because lack has trained your eyes to look only at what is missing. But if you begin living in the state of "life is working with me," your whole inner filter begins to shift. You begin to notice support. You begin to feel calmer. You begin to receive little answers. You begin to act from trust instead of fear. This is not magic in the childish sense. This is the deep way the mind, body, spirit, and life move together. Your inner state teaches you what to notice. It teaches you what to expect. It teaches you what feels safe. It teaches you what choices seem possible. When you change the state, you change the path your mind can see. The door may have been there before, but fear did not let you notice it. The answer may have been quiet, but panic was too loud. The next step may have been simple, but the old story made everything feel impossible. So today, instead of asking, "Why is life not responding?" ask, "What state am I living in while I wait?" This is a powerful question, not a blaming question, a loving question. Am I waiting in fear, or am I waiting in trust? Am I asking from lack, or am I asking from openness? Am I saying I believe, but living as if nothing can help me? Am I praying for peace, but giving my whole attention to panic? Am I asking for love, but speaking to myself as if I am unlovable? Am I asking for a new beginning, but repeating the old identity every morning? The moment you ask this gently, the heart begins to wake up. You do not need to fix everything in one day. You do not need to become perfectly peaceful. You do not need to control every thought. You only need to begin choosing a new state more often than you choose the old one. One soft return, one kinder sentence, one breath before fear takes over, one small action that agrees with the good you say you want. This is how life begins to respond differently, not because you forced it, not because you became perfect, but because you became more available. Life responds to availability. A closed heart may pray for love, but it does not yet feel safe to receive love. A tense body may pray for peace, but it does not yet know how to rest in peace. A fearful mind may pray for abundance, but it may still see every increase as danger, pressure, or something to lose. So we do not attack the closed heart. We do not shame the tense body. We do not fight the fearful mind. We teach them safety. We teach them slowly. We say, it is safe for good to come. It is safe to receive one step at a time. It is safe to let life support me in gentle ways. Let this be the first truth today. Life does not respond faster because I force harder. Life responds when I become softer, clearer, and more open inside. Say this slowly in your mind. Life does not respond faster because I force harder. Life responds when I become softer, clearer, and more open inside. Let the shoulders soften. Let the breath become a little easier. Let your hands open, even just a little. You are not trying to pull life toward you with fear. You are learning to meet life with trust. You are not trying to prove that you deserve good. You are remembering that you are part of life's good already. Sometimes a prayer feels delayed because the heart is asking, but the inner state is still preparing. Sometimes the mouth says, I am ready, but the body whispers, I am scared. Sometimes the mind says, I want this now, but the deeper self says, please help me feel safe with it first. And this is very tender. We often think delay means denial. We think waiting means rejection. We think silence means life has turned away from us. But many times, what feels like delay is really preparation. Something inside is learning how to hold the good without losing peace. Many people want love, but they keep expecting pain. They want someone kind, but they are always watching for the moment love will leave. They want closeness, but their heart has learned to protect itself by pulling away, doubting, testing, or hiding. They pray for love, but inside they may still believe love is unsafe, love is hard, love always hurts, or love means losing themselves. So when love comes near, part of them wants it, and another part becomes afraid. That is not failure. That is an old wound asking to be loved. But if the wound is leading, love may feel slow, confusing, or far away. Many people want peace, but they keep practicing panic. They wake up and give the first breath to worry. They let the phone tell them how to feel. They replay yesterday. They rush into tomorrow. They carry the whole day in one tight breath. Then they ask, "Why am I not peaceful?" My dear, peace is not only something you ask for. Peace is something you make room for. If every room inside the mind is full of fear, peace has nowhere soft to sit. Peace enters through small openings. A slower breath, a kinder thought, a pause before reacting, a decision not to scare yourself with every possible future. Peace grows when it is practiced. Many people want abundance, but they keep speaking lack over life. They say, "I am open to money," but every choice is filled with fear. They say, "Life supports me," but they keep telling themselves, "There is never enough. It is too hard. Nothing comes easily for me." They may not even notice how often they repeat lack. Lack becomes normal. It becomes the background sound. It becomes the way they look at every bill, every price, every chance, every gift. And life is listening, not as a punishment, but as a mirror. If the inner state keeps saying, "There is not enough for me," then the eyes keep looking for proof of that story. The mind misses new ideas. The body tightens around receiving. The heart forgets that support can come in many ways. Many people want a new life, but they keep living from the old self. They want change, but still make the same choices. They want confidence, but keep asking permission to be themselves. They want self-love, but keep speaking cruelly to their own heart. They want freedom, but keep returning to what keeps them small. They want life to move, but they are still gripping the old identity because it feels familiar. And this is one of the deepest reasons life may seem slow to respond. The new life is calling, but the old self is still answering the door. Again, this is not blame. Please do not turn this teaching into another reason to attack yourself. The mind can take even a healing truth and turn it into shame. It may say, "So it is my fault. I am blocking everything. I am doing it wrong." No, my dear, that is not the message. The message is not that you are wrong. The message is that you are powerful. There is a very big difference. Blame says, "You are the problem." Power says, "You can choose a new state." Blame makes you smaller. Power helps you stand again. Blame keeps you stuck in self-attack. Power says, "I can learn, I can soften, I can open, I can begin again." When your words ask for one thing, but your inner state expects another, life receives the stronger signal. This is why it is so important to listen to the quiet expectation under your desire. You may say, "I want good things to happen," but what do you expect? Do you expect support or disappointment? Do you expect kindness or rejection? Do you expect doors to open or everything to be hard? Do you expect life to work with you or against you? Your expectation is not always loud. Sometimes it is hidden in the body. It is hidden in the way you tense before asking. It is hidden in the way you prepare for bad news before anything has happened. It is hidden in the way you say, "I knew it," when something goes wrong, as if pain feels more believable than peace. The inner state is often built from old proof. Maybe life once felt unsafe. Maybe you were disappointed many times. Maybe love did hurt. Maybe money did feel hard. Maybe your body did carry pain. Maybe people did leave. Maybe you had to become strong before you were ready. So the old state makes sense. It was not created from nothing. It was created from what you lived, what you heard, what you feared, what you had to survive. But my dear, what was learned can be gently unlearned. What was practiced can be slowly replaced. What became familiar does not have to become your future. A delayed prayer may be asking you to become a match for receiving, not by being perfect, but by being safer inside. Imagine asking for peace while treating yourself with pressure all day. Imagine asking for love while abandoning yourself every time someone else is unhappy. Imagine asking for abundance while feeling guilty for receiving anything good. Imagine asking for guidance while never becoming quiet enough to hear the small nudge. Life may be answering, but the old state may not know how to receive the answer yet. So the practice is not to beg harder. The practice is to become more open. There is a simple way to understand this. A cup must be turned upward to receive water. If the cup is turned down, the water may fall all around it, but it cannot be held. Many people are surrounded by small signs, small help, small chances, small kindness, small ideas, but the cup of the heart is turned down by fear. The person says, "Nothing is coming," but life may be saying, "I am here. Turn toward me. Let your heart soften. Let your body feel safe. Let your mind stop fighting every small good thing." Receiving is not only about life-giving, it is also about the heart allowing. This is why prayer and inner state must become friends. Prayer is beautiful. Affirmation is beautiful. Asking is beautiful. But after you ask, what state do you live in? Do you ask for help and then spend the whole day saying, "I am alone"? Do you ask for peace and then repeat every fear as if it is truth? Do you ask for a sign and then ignore every quiet feeling because it did not look dramatic enough? Do you ask for a new beginning and then keep telling yourself the past is stronger than life? The prayer is the seed, the state is the soil. If the soil is tight, dry, and full of old fear, the seed may still grow, but it may struggle. If the soil softens, the seed has room. So we do not only ask for the new life, we become the soft soil for it. We speak kindly to the body. We stop making fear the leader of every decision. We notice when the old story begins. We stop feeding the thought that says nothing changes. We choose one small action that agrees with the prayer. We stop digging up the seed every hour to check if it is growing. We trust that something is moving even when the eyes cannot see it yet. A prayer may also feel delayed because the mind is trying to control the exact form of the answer. It says, it must come through this person. It must happen by this date. It must look like this. It must arrive in this way. If it does not, then life is not answering. But life is wider than the mind. Life has more doors than fear can see. Life may answer through a different person, a different path, a delay, a closed door, a new idea, a sudden calm, or a quiet change inside your own heart. The answer may not always look like the wish at first. Sometimes the answer begins by removing what blocks the wish. Sometimes the answer begins by showing you what you must stop feeding. Sometimes the answer begins by making you honest. This is where many people become upset. They ask for peace, and life shows them the habit that keeps stealing their peace. They ask for love, and life shows them where they abandon themselves. They ask for abundance, and life shows them where they are afraid to receive. They ask for freedom, and life shows them the old pattern they must stop repeating. Then they say, "Why is this happening? I asked for good." But this may be part of the good. The hidden block becomes visible so it can be healed. The old pattern comes to the surface so it can be released. The truth appears so you can stop pretending. This is not life working against you. This may be life clearing the way. If life feels delayed, ask gently, what is being prepared in me? Not, what is wrong with me? Not, why am I failing? Ask, what is being prepared in me? Perhaps patience is being prepared. Perhaps self-worth is being prepared. Perhaps trust is being prepared. Perhaps the ability to receive without fear is being prepared. Perhaps a boundary is being prepared. Perhaps your body is learning calm. Perhaps your heart is learning that good does not have to come through pain. Perhaps your mind is learning to stop calling every quiet season empty. The waiting season is not always empty. Sometimes it is full of inner work you cannot measure. You may be learning to stop reacting. You may be learning to stop chasing. You may be learning to speak to yourself with more kindness. You may be learning to hold a vision without panic. You may be learning to trust timing. You may be learning that your worth is not decided by how fast something arrives. These lessons may not look exciting from the outside, but they make you ready inside, and readiness changes everything. When your inner state becomes calmer, you stop making every delay mean rejection. When your inner state becomes clearer, you stop running toward things that do not honor you. When your inner state becomes softer, you can receive love without turning it into fear. When your inner state becomes stronger, you can hold more good without losing yourself. This is why life may not only be preparing the thing for you, life may be preparing you for the thing. Not because you are unworthy now, but because life wants you to receive in a way that brings peace, not more fear. Let this become a new thought inside you. Delay is not always denial. Sometimes delay is preparation. Say it slowly. Delay is not always denial. Sometimes delay is preparation. Feel how much softer that is. The old mind says, "It is not here, so I have been forgotten." The new mind says, "Something may be forming in ways I cannot see." The old heart says, "Why not now?" The new heart says, "Help me become ready to receive with peace." The old body says, "I must grip harder." The new body says, "I can soften while life works." And if you have been waiting a long time, be gentle with yourself. Long waiting can make the heart tired. It can make hope feel risky. It can make trust feel like too much to ask. So do not force yourself to feel bright and joyful every moment. Start smaller. Start with willingness. I am willing to believe life is still working. I am willing to let my heart soften. I am willing to stop calling this delay a punishment. I am willing to notice one sign of support today. Willingness is a doorway. You do not have to jump through it. You can simply open it a little. The quiet secret is not to pretend you never doubt. The quiet secret is to stop letting doubt become your home. Doubt may visit, but it does not have to move in and decorate every room. Fear may speak, but it does not have to be the only voice. The old story may rise, but you can answer it with love. You can say, "I understand why you are afraid, but I am learning to trust life in a new way." That sentence has power because it does not fight the old self. It leads the old self gently. When a prayer feels delayed, do not spend the whole day asking, "Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?" That question can make the body feel empty. Ask a better question. How is life preparing me today? What can I soften today? What old belief am I ready to release? What small step agrees with the good I asked for? Where is support already near me? These questions do not deny the desire. They help you become open to the path. Life may be closer than you think. The answer may be forming through a person you have not met yet, an idea you have not trusted yet, a skill you have not begun yet, a boundary you have not set yet, a rest your body needs, a truth you have not spoken, or a peaceful state you are just now learning to hold. Do not call the quiet season wasted. Do not call the waiting proof that nothing is happening. So much of life begins quietly. Roots grow before flowers appear. The body heals in ways the eyes cannot always see. The heart changes before the outer life can show it. Life may be moving in hidden places, so when you feel the ache of delay, place a kind hand on your heart and say, I am not being punished. I am being prepared. I am learning to receive without fear. I am learning to trust without forcing. I am learning to let life answer in its own wise way. Let these words be soft. Let them be simple. Let them meet the tired part of you. You do not need to make yourself believe everything at once. You only need to give your heart a better place to rest. The prayer is not lost. The desire is not wrong. The waiting is not proof that life has turned away. But the state you live in while you wait matters. Wait in fear, and the path feels heavy. Wait in trust, and the path begins to open. Wait with self-attack, and every step feels painful. Wait with love, and even the small steps become part of healing. This is how life begins to respond differently. Not always in the loud way, not always in the exact way, but in the right way, the quiet way, the way that changes you. Oh, from inside first. Let this be the second truth today. When my words ask for one thing, but my inner state expects another, life hears the stronger signal. So I choose a new inner signal. I choose trust. I choose softness. I choose to stop feeding fear as if fear is truth. I choose to become ready for the good I have asked for. I choose to let life prepare me, guide me, and meet me in peaceful ways. The quiet secret that changes how fast life responds to you is inner agreement. This means your mind, your heart, your body, and your small actions begin to say the same thing. Not perfectly, not all at once, not every second, but more and more they begin to move together. Your words say, I am ready. Your heart says, I am willing. Your body says, it is safe. Your actions say, I agree. And when this happens, life receives a clearer signal from you. Inner agreement is simple, but it is powerful. It is the difference between saying, I trust life, and then spending the whole day acting as if life is against you. It is the difference between saying, I am worthy of love, and then abandoning yourself for anyone who gives you a little attention. It is the difference between saying, I welcome abundance, and then feeling guilty every time something good comes. It is the difference between saying, I want peace, and then giving your whole mind to worry. Inner agreement means the inside of you begins to match the good you say you want. This does not mean you must never have a hard day. It does not mean you must never cry, never doubt, never feel tired, never feel confused. That would not be human. Inner agreement is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming honest and aligned. When fear comes, you do not pretend it is not there. You meet it and say, I am choosing trust now. When doubt comes, you do not shame it. You say, I understand, but I am willing to believe something better. When the old habit calls you back, you do not hate yourself. You take one small step in the new direction. That is inner agreement. It is not loud. It is steady. Think of a group of people trying to move a table. If one person pulls left, another pulls right, another holds it still, and another walks away, the table barely moves. Everyone may be strong, but the effort is split. This is how the inner world can feel when there is no agreement. One part of you wants love. Another part fears being seen. One part wants money. Another part believes money brings stress. One part wants healing. Another part keeps attacking the body. One part wants a new life. Another part still feels loyal to the old pain. So the energy becomes split. The desire is real, but the agreement is weak. Now imagine all parts gently turning in the same direction. The mind chooses a better thought. The heart becomes willing to receive. The body begins to feel safe. The actions become small but true. Now there is movement. Now life can meet you more clearly. Now you are not fighting yourself while asking life to help you. You are becoming one inner yes. Not a forced yes, not a fearful yes, a gentle yes. A yes that says, I am willing to receive the good I have been asking for. Inner agreement begins with the mind. The mind does not need to believe a huge new truth all at once. It only needs a softer thought than yesterday. If the old thought is, nothing ever works for me, the new thought may be, something new can begin. If the old thought is, I am not enough, the new thought may be, I am learning to see my worth. If the old thought is, life is against me, the new thought may be, life may be helping me in ways I do not see yet. Do you feel how gentle that is? We are not forcing the mind to leap across a mountain. We are giving it a bridge. The mind likes repeated paths. If you have thought the same painful thought for many years, the mind may return to it very quickly. This does not mean the painful thought is true. It only means it is familiar. A path walked many times becomes easy to find. A new path may feel strange at first. So when you choose a new thought, the old mind may resist. It may say, no, we do not believe that. Do not fight it. Say, that is all right. We are practicing. The mind changes through gentle return. Not one perfect thought, but many small returns. A new thought repeated with kindness becomes a new path. Then inner agreement moves into the heart. The heart must feel included. Many people try to change life only through the mind, but the heart is still carrying sadness, fear, anger, or old hurt. You can say the right words, but if the heart feels unsafe, the words may not enter deeply. So speak to the heart with kindness. Say, I know you have been hurt. I know you have waited. I know you are tired, but we are learning a new way now. The heart does not open because it is ordered to open. The heart opens when it feels safe enough to soften. If the new topic is love, the heart may need to hear, "You will not be abandoned by me." If the new topic is abundance, the heart may need to hear, "It is safe to receive without guilt." If the new topic is peace, the heart may need to hear, "You do not have to solve the whole future today." If the new topic is healing, the heart may need to hear, "You are not alone in your body." Every desire has a heart wound that may need care. When you care for the wound, the desire becomes easier to receive. Then inner agreement moves into the body. This is very important. The body is always part of your prayer. If your body is tight, scared, and braced, it may not feel safe to hold the new life. You may say, "I am open," but the jaw is locked. You may say, "I trust," but the stomach is tight. You may say, "I receive," but the hands are closed. The body is not wrong. The body is trying to protect you. It remembers pressure. It remembers loss. It remembers moments when good things did not feel safe. So we bring the body into agreement with love. A simple breath can begin this. Breathe in slowly. Let the shoulders drop. Let the jaw soften. Open the hands. Say, "It is safe for good things to come gently, not suddenly, not with pressure, gently." The word gently matters. Many people are not afraid of good itself. They are afraid of being overwhelmed by change. They are afraid of losing control. They are afraid of not knowing what will happen next. So tell the body, good can come gently, change can come gently, support can come gently. I do not need to be shocked into a new life. I can be guided step by step. This is how the body begins to agree. One breath, one softening, one kind word, one moment where you do not push yourself with fear. The body begins to learn. Maybe receiving is safe. Maybe peace is safe. Maybe love is safe. Maybe being supported is safe. And when the body feels safer, your energy changes. You do not reach for life in panic. You meet life with openness. You do not chase every sign. You allow signs to come. You do not grip every desire as if it may disappear. You hold it with trust. Then inner agreement moves into action. This is where many people forget the secret. They think spiritual trust means doing nothing. But life often responds through the step you are willing to take. An affirmation is beautiful, but a small aligned action makes it real. If you say, "I love myself," then speak to yourself more kindly today. If you say, "I trust life," then stop checking the old thing for 1 hour. If you say, "I welcome abundance," then take one wise step with money, learning, work, or receiving. If you say, "I am ready for peace," then choose one peaceful response where you used to react. Your action does not need to be big. It only needs to agree. Your small actions tell life what you are available for. If you keep saying you want rest, but never allow one moment of rest, the body does not believe you. If you keep saying you want self-respect, but keep saying yes when your whole heart means no, the subconscious does not believe you. If you keep saying you want a new path, but keep giving all your energy to the old one, life receives a mixed message. But one small action can begin to change that message. One boundary, one breath, one honest sentence, one page, one walk, one pause, one glass of water, one kind thought, one choice not to return to the old pain. These are small, but they are powerful because they show agreement. Inner agreement is not about forcing life to move faster. It is about removing the inner fight that slows your receiving. When the mind says yes, the heart says yes, the body says yes, and the action says yes, there is less resistance. The path may still unfold in timing. You may still need patience, but you are no longer stopping in your own flow with fear. You are no longer asking from one part of yourself while hiding from another part. You are becoming whole in your desire. Say this gently. I agree with the good I am asking life to bring me. Let the words be simple. I agree with the good I am asking life to bring me. This means I stop fighting my own blessing. This means I stop calling good things unsafe. This means I stop using the past as proof that life cannot surprise me. This means I become willing to receive in a new way. This means my thoughts, my heart, my body, and my actions begin to move together. When you ask life for something, ask yourself, do I agree with this desire inside? If you ask for love, do you agree to stop abandoning yourself? If you ask for peace, do you agree to stop feeding every fearful thought? If you ask for abundance, do you agree to become someone who can receive without guilt? If you ask for healing, do you agree to speak to the body with care? If you ask for guidance, do you agree to become quiet enough to hear it? These questions are not here to punish you. They are here to bring you into wholeness. Sometimes you may find that part of you does not agree yet. That is all right. This is not a problem. It is information. If part of you wants love, but part of you fears love, sit with that part. Ask, what are you afraid will happen if love comes? If part of you wants more money, but part of you feels guilty receiving, ask, who taught me that receiving is wrong? If part of you wants success, but part of you fears being seen, ask, what does visibility feel like in my body? These gentle questions help the hidden become visible. And once it is visible, it can be loved, softened, and changed. Do not rush this. The parts of you that resist are not your enemies. They are often the youngest, most afraid, most tired parts of you. They may have protected you for years. They may have helped you survive. So do not speak to them with anger. Speak with love. Thank you for trying to protect me. I understand why you are afraid, but we are safe to learn a new way now. This is how inner agreement becomes healing. You do not cut off the fearful part. You bring it with you into a safer truth. Life responds beautifully to a person who is becoming whole inside. Not perfect, whole. A whole person may still feel fear, but they do not let fear lead every step. A whole person may still desire, but they do not strangle desire with panic. A whole person may still wait, but they wait with self-respect. A whole person may still have old wounds, but they no longer build a home inside the wound. This is the kind of inner state that changes how life responds. It is steady, it is clear, it is soft. It says, I know what I'm available for now. Inner agreement also means you stop arguing with the good when it begins to arrive. This is very important. Sometimes life sends a small good thing and the old me and rejects it because it is not big enough. A kind message comes, but the mind says, that does not count. A peaceful idea comes, but the mind says, that is too simple. A small opportunity comes, but the mind says, that is not the miracle I asked for. A calm feeling comes, but the mind says, nothing has changed outside. My dear, do not reject the small answers. Small answers build trust. Small doors lead to larger rooms. Small signs teach the body that life is safe. When you agree with good, you begin to let small good count. You notice the helpful word. You notice the quiet idea. You notice the body relaxing. You notice the choice you made differently. You notice the support that came through a simple way. You notice that you did not fall apart like before. You notice that one old fear did not control you today. And as you notice, your inner state becomes stronger. You begin to feel life is responding. Maybe not in the way I demanded, but in the way I needed. This feeling opens the heart. Inner agreement grows through daily practice. In the morning, before the world becomes loud, ask yourself, what am I agreeing with today? Am I agreeing with fear or trust? Am I agreeing with lack or support? Am I agreeing with old pain or new healing? Am I agreeing with pressure or peace? Am I agreeing with the past or with the life that is forming now? This question is simple, but it can change the day. Because what you agree with inside becomes what you feed with your attention, your words, your body, and your choices. Then choose one thought, not 20. 1. Life is working with me. Let that be enough. Choose one feeling. I choose trust. Even if it is only a little trust. Choose one action. I take one peaceful step. Then let the day become your practice. When fear comes, return to the thought. When the body tightens, return to the feeling. When the old habit calls, take the small action. This is not a performance. This is a return. Again and again, you return to inner agreement. You may notice that life begins to feel less heavy when you stop fighting yourself. The same task may feel easier because you are not adding fear to it. The same waiting may feel softer because you are not calling it punishment. The same desire may feel cleaner because you are not gripping it with panic. The same prayer may feel warmer because your body is beginning to trust it. This is how the response begins. First inside, then through small signs, then through clearer choices, then through outer changes that match the person you are becoming. The quiet secret is not loud. It does not need to impress anyone. It may not look dramatic. It may look like breathing before you react. It may look like speaking kindly to yourself in the morning. It may look like choosing not to tell the old story today. It may look like letting one good thing in without pushing it away. It may look like saying no to what drains you. It may look like saying yes to what supports your heart. It may look like resting without guilt. It may look like trusting a small nudge. These quiet things change everything because they bring you into agreement with the life you say you want. Let this be the third truth today. I agree with the good I am asking life to bring me. My mind agrees through better thoughts. My heart agrees through willingness. My body agrees through safety. My actions agree through small, loving steps. I do not need to force life. I do not need to chase life. I do not need to beg life from fear. I become clear inside, and life can meet me more clearly. This is where the speed of life's response begins to change. Not because time is being controlled, not because every desire must appear at once, not because you have found a trick, but because the old inner fight begins to soften. The mixed signal becomes clearer. The prayer becomes a state. The desire becomes a way of living. The body stops saying no to what the heart is asking for. The mind stops using the past as the only proof. The action begins to show life, I am ready in simple ways. And now, before moving deeper, let these words settle inside you. Life is not only listening to what I say. Life is listening to what I live. I choose to live in agreement with love. I choose to live in agreement with trust. I choose to live in agreement with the good that is finding me. I am not forcing the door. I am becoming the open door. I am not chasing the answer. I am becoming quiet enough to receive it. I am not waiting as the old me. I am becoming the new me while life responds. One of the quiet reasons life may seem slow to respond is that the inner signal is not yet clear. One part of you may be saying yes, while another part of you is still saying no. One part of you may be praying for love, while another part is still preparing for pain. One part of you may be asking for abundance. while another part still feels afraid of receiving more. One part of you may be saying, "I trust life," while another part is watching every hour, checking every sign, and asking, "But what if nothing happens?" This is mixed energy, my dear, and mixed energy does not mean you are wrong. It means there is a place inside you that still needs safety, softness, and love. You may think your desire is clear because you know what you want. But the deeper question is, does your whole inner world feel safe with what you want? The mouth may say, "I want a new life," but the nervous system may say, "The old life is familiar." The mind may say, "I want change." But the body may say, "Change feels unsafe." The heart may say, "I want love." But the wound may say, "Love has hurt me before." And so the energy becomes split. You are moving toward the good and protecting yourself from the good at the same time. You are calling something in and pushing it away in quiet ways. You are opening the door, then closing it, then opening it again, then becoming afraid of what may come through. Please understand this with kindness. There is no shame in this. Many people carry mixed energy because they have lived through mixed experiences. They wanted love, but love came with fear. They wanted support, but support was not always steady. They wanted success, but success came with pressure. They wanted to be seen, but being seen once felt unsafe. They wanted to receive, but they were taught to feel guilty for needing anything. So now, when life begins to bring something better, the body may not know how to relax. The soul says, "Yes, this is what I prayed for." But the old wound says, "Be careful, we have been hurt before." This is why you must not attack the part of you that resists good. That part is not your enemy. It is often a younger part, a frightened part, a tired part, a part that learned to protect you in the only way it knew. It may have protected you by expecting disappointment before disappointment could surprise you. It may have protected you by staying small so no one would judge you. It may have protected you by not asking for too much so no one could say no. It may have protected you by controlling everything so nothing could fall apart. And now, when you are asking life for more, that old protector may still be standing at the door saying, "Are we sure this is safe?" So mixed energy is not something to hate. It is something to listen to. When you notice that you want something but fear it at the same time, do not say, "What is wrong with me?" Say, "What part of me does not feel safe yet?" That question changes everything. It brings love into the place where you used to bring shame. It helps you stop fighting yourself. It helps you understand that the delay may not be a punishment. It may be an invitation to bring more of yourself into agreement with the good you are asking for. If you want love but keep expecting rejection, pause and ask, "What does love need to feel safe in my body?" Maybe your heart needs to know that you will not abandon yourself for another person. Maybe your heart needs to know that love does not mean losing your voice. Maybe your heart needs to know that you can receive kindness without chasing it. Maybe your heart needs to know that if someone leaves, you will still stay with yourself. When the heart feels safer, love becomes easier to receive. If you want abundance but keep expecting lack, pause and ask, what does receiving need to feel safe in my body? Maybe you were taught that money is always hard. Maybe you were taught that wanting more is selfish. Maybe you were taught that receiving means owing someone something. Maybe you were taught that good things do not last. So the body tightens whenever more comes near. It may not be refusing abundance. It may be asking for a new meaning of abundance, a meaning that feels peaceful, clean, safe, and loving. You can begin to say, it is safe for me to receive good without fear. It is safe for support to come in gentle ways. It is safe for life to bless me without taking my peace. If you want peace but keep feeding panic, pause and ask, what am I still trying to control? Panic often rises when the mind believes it must hold the whole future together. It says, if I do not worry, something bad will happen. If I do not think about this all day, I am being careless. If I relax, life may forget what I need. But life does not need your panic to remember you. Life does not need your fear to arrange good. Your worry is not the bridge to your blessing. Peace is not careless. Peace is trust in motion. Peace says, I will do my part, but I will not carry the whole universe on my shoulders. Mixed energy often sounds like this. I want this, but what if it does not happen? I trust life, but I need proof right now. I am open, but it must come exactly this way. I am ready, but I am scared to let go of the old. I believe, but I keep checking the old reality to see if I should stop believing. These inner sentences may seem small, but they create a push and pull inside the heart. One sentence opens, the next sentence closes. One thought trusts, the next thought grips. One breath allows, the next breath tightens. And this is why the first practice is not to force more. The first practice is to notice where you are divided inside. You can ask yourself, where am I saying yes with my words, but no with my fear? This is a very honest question. Ask it softly. Do not use it as a weapon. Where am I asking for love, but refusing to let myself feel lovable? Where am I asking for peace, but still choosing the thoughts that make my body feel unsafe? Where am I asking for abundance, but still treating receiving as danger? Where am I asking for guidance, but not making one quiet space to hear the answer? Where am I asking for a new life, but still giving my strongest loyalty to the old story? The answer may come gently. It may come as a feeling in the chest. It may come as one memory. It may come as a simple knowing. It may come as the truth you have been avoiding. When it comes, do not run from it. Hold it with love. The truth is not here to shame you. The truth is here to free your energy. Once you see the hidden no, you can stop pretending it is not there. You can begin to comfort it. You can begin to soften it. You can begin to teach it a new way. A door cannot fully open if one hand is opening it and the other hand is holding it shut. This is such a simple picture, but it shows the inner pattern so clearly. You may be praying, "Please open the door." And life may be gently saying, "My dear, one hand is still holding it closed." Not because you are bad, not because you are unworthy, but because part of you is afraid of what will happen when the door opens. Part of you wonders if you can handle the good. Part of you wonders if you will lose yourself, pardon. You wonders if the old pain will return. So before the door opens wider, love must come to the hand that is holding it closed. Speak to that part with tenderness. Say, "I know you are afraid. I know you are trying to protect me, but we do not have to block our good anymore. We can receive slowly. We can receive safely. We can receive with wisdom. We can let life help us without losing ourselves." Let those words enter the body. You are not forcing the door. You are helping the hand relax. You are teaching the old fear that it does not have to guard you in the same way forever. Mixed energy also shows up when you keep asking life for something new, but keep speaking the old story with devotion. You say, "I want a better life," but then repeat, "Nothing ever changes for me." You say, "I want love," but then repeat, "No one ever chooses me." You say, "I want abundance," but then repeat, "Money is always hard." You say, "I want peace," but then repeat, "My mind never stops." These sentences may feel true because they are familiar, but familiar does not always mean true. Familiar may only mean practiced, and what is practiced can be changed. Your words are not empty. They shape the way your mind looks at life. If you keep telling the old story with strong emotion, the mind keeps searching for proof of it. The body keeps reacting to it. The heart keeps expecting it. So one of the kindest things you can do is stop feeding the old story as if it is your final truth. You do not have to lie. You do not have to pretend everything is perfect. You simply speak with more freedom. Instead of saying nothing ever changes, you can say, "A new pattern is forming in me." Instead of saying, "I am always alone," you can say, "I am learning to feel supported in new ways." Instead of saying, "Money is always hard," you can say, "I am opening to wiser, calmer ways to receive and manage good." Instead of saying, "I cannot find peace," you can say, "My body is learning peace one breath at a time." These new words may feel small at first. The old mind may say, "Do you really believe that?" And you can answer, "I am learning to believe it." That is enough. You do not need to force the mind into a giant leap. You only need to stop giving the old story all of your power. You only need to open one new path. A new sentence is a new path. A new breath is a new path. A new response is a new path. A new choice is a new path. Life can respond more clearly when you stop speaking against your own prayer. The energy becomes clearer when you begin to live as if your good is safe. Not as if you must have it all right now. Not as if you must force it to arrive by a certain day. But as if you are safe to become ready. Safe to receive one step. Safe to stop fighting your own desire. Safe to trust that life can answer in ways you do not yet see. You begin to say, I am no longer arguing with my good. I am no longer pushing away the very thing I have asked for. I am no longer making old pain the guard at the door of my future. This is not passive. It does not mean you sit and wait without doing anything. It means your actions become cleaner because they are not filled with panic. You still make the call. You still do the work. You still care for the body. You still set the boundary. You still learn. You still open. But now your action comes from agreement, not fear. Your action says, I am ready to meet life. It does not say, I must force life to save me. That difference is very important. Action from fear feels like grasping. Action from inner agreement feels like a peaceful step. Today, if you notice mixed energy, do not be discouraged. It means you are becoming aware. Awareness is a blessing. You cannot soften what you do not see. You cannot heal what you keep hiding. You cannot bring agreement to a place you refuse to notice. So when the mixed signal appears, bless it. Say thank you for showing me where I still need love. Then breathe. Place a hand on your heart if it feels natural. Let the body feel that you are not angry with it. Say, I stop fighting the good that wants to come to me. I let my inner yes become stronger than my old fear. The old fear may not disappear in one moment. That is all right. You are not trying to erase yourself. You are teaching yourself. You are teaching the heart that it can open without being unsafe. You are teaching the body that it can receive without bracing. You are teaching the mind that it can expect good without being foolish. You are teaching the soul that the past is not the only proof life has. And little by little, the mixed energy becomes clearer. The yes becomes warmer. The no becomes softer. The heart begins to trust. The door begins to open. Let this truth rest inside you. I stop sending mixed energy to life. I stop saying yes with my mouth and no with my fear. I stop asking for good while preparing only for pain. I stop praying for change while repeating the old story as my truth. I bring love to the part of me that is afraid to receive. I let my whole inner world begin to agree with the good I am asking for. I do not have to force this. I only have to return, soften, and choose again. Calm is not weakness, my dear. Calm is not giving up. Calm is not pretending that nothing matters. Calm is one of the clearest signals you can send to life. When you are calm, your body is not shouting danger. Your mind is not running in every direction. Your heart is not closing around fear. You can hear. You can notice. You can choose. You can receive. A calm heart can hear what fear cannot hear. A calm body can feel the small nudge that panic would miss. A calm mind can see the open door that worry would walk past. Many people think they must be intense for life to respond. They think they must worry hard enough, want hard enough, pray with pressure, repeat words with force, hold the desire tightly, and think about it all day. They think if they relax, life may forget them. But life does not forget you when you become calm. Life can meet you more clearly when you are calm. Calm is not the absence of desire. Calm is desire without panic. Calm says, I know what I want, but I do not need to hurt myself while life is arranging it. Calm says, I care, but I will not turn caring into fear. Calm says, I am open, I am listening, I am ready to be guided. When you are in panic, the mind becomes loud. It asks the same questions again and again. When will it happen? How will it happen? What if it never happens? What if I am wrong? What if I lose? What if I am too late? These questions may feel like preparation, but they often pull the body into fear. The shoulders rise, the jaw tightens, the chest closes, the breath becomes short, the stomach turns. And from that place, even a small delay can feel like a disaster. A quiet day can feel like rejection. A closed door can feel like the end. Fear makes everything look more final than it really is. This is why calm is powerful. Calm gives you space between what happens and what you decide it means. Without calm, the old wound gives meaning to everything. If someone does not reply, the wound says, you are not wanted. If money feels tight, the wound says, you will never be safe. If the body feels tired, the wound says, something is wrong. If life is quiet, the wound says, nothing is working. But calm says, let me breathe before I believe that story. Calm says, this may not mean what fear says it means. Calm says, I can wait for more truth before I give my power away. Calm helps you stop making fear the translator of your life. That is a beautiful thing. Fear may see one small piece and build a whole painful future from it. Fear may take one moment and turn it into a life sentence. Fear may take one delay and call it failure. Fear may take one silence and call it abandonment. But calm slows the story down. Calm says, this is only one moment. This is not the whole path. Calm says, I do not need to decide from panic. Calm says, life may be moving in ways I cannot see yet. When you are calm, you can notice guidance. Guidance is often quiet. It may not come like thunder. It may come as a simple thought, a feeling of peace around one choice, a gentle no in the body, a repeated idea that keeps returning, a small pull to call someone, rest, write, learn, wait, leave, begin, or forgive. But if the mind is always shouting, these small signals are easy to miss. Panic demands big signs because it does not trust small ones. But the universe often begins with a whisper. Calm helps you hear the whisper. A calm heart can also see support. When you are afraid, you may look only for proof that nothing is working. You may miss the person who helps a little. You may miss the idea that comes quietly. You may miss the door that opens slowly. You may miss the peace that arrives for one breath. You may miss the strength you showed today. Fear says, it is not enough. Calm says, this is something. Let me receive it. And when you receive small support, more trust can grow. Trust often grows through small evidence, not only through big miracles. Calm is a signal to your own body first. Before life responds outside, your body listens inside. If you keep telling the body, we are not safe, we are behind, nothing is working, something bad will happen, the body stays ready for danger. It uses energy to protect instead of open. It becomes harder to feel guidance, harder to rest, harder to receive, harder to choose wisely. But when you bring calm into the body, even for a few breaths, you tell the body, we are safe enough in this moment. That small message matters. The body does not need a perfect life to soften a little. It needs a present signal of safety. This is why a slow breath can be spiritual practice. It may look simple, but it is powerful. When you breathe slowly, you are not only moving air, you are telling the body that you are here. You are telling the mind that it does not have to run so fast. You are telling the heart that you are willing to stay. You are making a little room for life to speak. One breath may not solve the whole problem, but it can return you to the place where you can hear the next step. And sometimes the next step is all you need. Say softly, I do not need to force life. I allow life to guide me. Let the sentence be slow. I do not need to force life. I allow life to guide me. Feel how different that is from panic. Panic says, I must make this happen now. Calm says, I will do my part and allow life to do its part. Panic says, if I stop controlling, everything will fall apart. Calm says, control is not the same as safety. Panic says, I need the whole path now. Calm says, one loving step is enough for this moment. Calm does not mean you never take action. Calm means you take action from a clearer place. There is a difference between sending a message from panic and sending a message from truth. There is a difference between working from fear and working from devotion. There is a difference between setting a boundary from anger and setting a boundary from self-respect. There is a difference between making a choice because you are afraid of losing something and making a choice because your soul knows it is right. Calm helps you feel the difference. Many people ask for signs, but then they are too rushed to notice them. They ask for guidance, but then they fill every quiet space with noise. They ask for peace, but then they keep returning to the thought that hurts them. They ask for answers, but then they only accept answers that match their fear. Calm opens the space where answers can enter. Calm says, I am willing to hear something other than fear. Calm says, I am willing to be guided in a way I did not expect. Calm says, I am willing to let life be wiser than my panic. Sometimes calm begins with the body, not the mind. You may not be able to think peaceful thoughts right away. That is all right. Start with the shoulders, let them drop. Start with the jaw, let it soften. Start with the hands, open them. Start with the breath, let it slow down. Start with the feet. Feel them on the ground. The body can become the doorway to calm when the mind feels too loud. You do not have to calm the whole future. You only need to bring one moment of safety to this breath. You can practice calm even when life is not perfect. This is important. Do not wait for every problem to disappear before you allow one peaceful breath. If you wait for perfect conditions, calm will always feel far away. Calm is something you practice inside imperfect conditions. The bill may still be there, but you can look at it without calling yourself doomed. The conversation may still need to happen, but you can breathe before you speak. The desire may not have arrived yet, but you can stop asking from panic. The body may still be healing, but you can stop attacking it with fear. Calm is not a reward after everything is solved. Calm is a path through what is not solved yet. Life often responds through the person you become while waiting. If waiting makes you bitter, tight, and hopeless, the path feels heavier. If waiting teaches you trust, patience, and inner steadiness, the path begins to change you. And when you change, your choices change. When your choices change, your life begins to shift. Calm may not make everything appear instantly, but it makes you available to the answer. It helps you stop missing guidance. It helps you stop rejecting small good. It helps you stop turning every delay into fear. That is why calm can change how fast life seems to respond. Not because calm controls life, but because calm helps you receive life. There is another reason calm is powerful. It shows faith before proof. Anyone can feel calm after everything is fixed. But when you can breathe while the answer is still forming, you are telling life, I trust more than what my eyes can see. You are not denying reality. You are not pretending. You are simply choosing not to let the current reality become your God. You are saying, this is what I see, but I also know life has more ways than I can see. That is a deep spiritual strength. It is quiet, but it is strong. The old self may not understand calm at first. The old self may think calm is dangerous. It may say, if we relax, we will be surprised by pain. If we trust, we will be disappointed. If we stop worrying, we will be unprepared. Thank that old self. It has tried to protect you, but then teach it another truth. You can be calm and responsible. You can be peaceful and wise. You can be trusting and careful. You can be open and have boundaries. You can be soft and strong. Calm does not make you helpless. Calm returns you to your power. When you feel panic rising, try this gentle practice. Pause before you believe the fear. Take one slow breath. Let your shoulders fall. Say, I am safe enough in this moment. Then ask, what is the next loving step? Not the next perfect step, not the whole plan, the next loving step. Maybe the step is to rest. Maybe it is to make a call. Maybe it is to wait. Maybe it is to say no. Maybe it is to write down the idea. Maybe it is to stop checking. Maybe it is to drink water. Maybe it is to pray and release. The calm state can hear the next step because it is not demanding the whole staircase. Calm also helps you stop chasing proof. When you are not calm, you may keep looking outside to decide how you should feel inside. If the message comes, you feel safe. If it does not, you collapse. If money appears, you feel hopeful. If it does not, you panic. If someone is kind, you feel worthy. If someone is distant, you feel unwanted. This makes your inner world depend on every outer movement. Calm helps you bring the power back. It says, I can be steady even while life is still moving. It says, I do not need every sign right now to choose trust. It says, my peace begins within me. This does not mean you ignore reality. You still answer what needs attention. You still make wise choices. You still take care of your life. But you do not let reality swallow your whole inner world. You do not let one problem become your whole identity. You do not let one delay erase your faith. You do not let one closed door convince you that life has no other door. Calm keeps your vision wider. It reminds you that this moment is not the whole story. A calm signal is like clear water. When water is stirred with mud, you cannot see through it. But when it settles, the path below becomes visible. The answers may have been there, but the mind was too stirred to see them. So sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is stop stirring the water. Stop repeating the fear. Stop rushing to the worst ending. Stop asking the same painful question. Sit for a moment. Breathe. Let the water settle. Then look again. You may see something you could not see before. My dear, calm is not far away. It may begin as 1 second, 1 breath, 1 pause, 1 softer sentence, 1 moment where you do not follow the old fear all the way to the end. That counts. Do not reject small calm. Small calm grows. If you practice 1 breath of calm today, 2 breaths may come tomorrow. If you choose one peaceful response today, another may become possible later. The body learns through repetition. The mind learns through return. The heart learns through safety. Say now, I choose calm as my signal. I choose calm as my signal. Not because everything is perfect, not because I have all the answers, not because I never feel fear. I choose calm because I want to hear life clearly. I choose calm because I want my body to feel safe. I choose calm because I want to stop making fear the leader of my choices. I choose calm because the answer may be quiet and I want to be able to hear it. Let your breath become the prayer. Let your shoulders become the release. Let your open hands become the trust. Let your next step become the agreement. You do not need to force life. You allow life to guide you. You do not need to chase every sign. You allow signs to meet you. You do not need to hold the whole future. You hold this moment with love. And as you do, the energy changes. The body softens. The mind clears. The heart opens. Life can enter through a calmer doorway. Sometimes the mind asks for good things, but the body still feels unsafe. This is why receiving can feel harder than wanting. Wanting can happen in the mind. Receiving must happen in the whole body. You may think you are ready for love, ready for abundance, ready for peace, ready for success, ready for healing, ready for change. But when the good begins to come closer, the body may tighten, the shoulders may rise, the stomach may turn, the breath may become small, the heart may feel exposed. And suddenly, the good thing you prayed for feels like danger. Not because it is danger, but because the body has not yet learned that good can be safe. This is very tender. Many people do not know they are afraid to receive. They only know that life feels slow, or that they keep pushing good away, or that they feel uneasy when things start to improve. They may feel calm while dreaming about the blessing, but nervous when the blessing becomes real. They may want love, but feel uncomfortable when someone is kind. They may want money, but feel guilty when more comes in. They may want peace, but feel strange when there is no problem to solve. They may want to be seen, but feel fear when attention comes. This is the body saying, I do not know if this is safe yet. The body learns from experience. If the past taught you that love comes with pain, the body may not trust love right away. If the past taught you that money comes with stress, the body may not trust abundance right away. If the past taught you that being seen brings judgment, the body may not trust success right away. If the past taught you that rest is lazy, the body may not trust peace right away. So when you ask life for more, the body may need to be taught a new truth, not with force, not with shame, with safety. The body is not trying to block your good. It is trying to protect you from what it remembers. This is why you must speak to the body like a dear friend. Do not say, "Why am I like this? Why can I not receive? Why do I always ruin things? Those words make the body feel even less safe. Instead, say, "Dear body, I understand. You have carried so much. You have tried to protect me. But we are learning that good can come gently now." Let that be your tone. Warm, slow, patient. The body listens to tone more than pressure. It opens through kindness. Before life can feel faster, the body must stop treating every new blessing like danger. If good comes near and the body tightens, you may run back to the old pattern because the old pattern feels familiar. The old relationship may not be loving, but it is known. The old money fear may not be peaceful, but it is known. The old self-doubt may not be true, but it is known. The old stress may not be healthy, but it is known. The nervous system may choose familiar pain over unknown peace because familiar feels safer than new. This is why safety is such an important part of spiritual receiving. You cannot shame yourself into receiving. You cannot force the body to open. You cannot yell at the heart and expect it to trust. You create safety in small ways. You soften the jaw. You relax the shoulders. You breathe slowly. You open the hands. You say simple words the body can believe, not huge words that make the mind argue. Simple words. I am safe in this moment. Good can come gently. I can receive one step at a time. I do not have to lose myself to receive. Life can support me in peaceful ways. The word gently is very healing. It tells the body there will be no sudden demand. It tells the body that change does not have to arrive like a storm. It can arrive like morning light. Slowly, warmly, in a way the heart can hold. Many people are not afraid of the blessing itself. They are afraid of what the blessing may require. If love comes, will I lose myself? If money comes, will I be judged? If success comes, will I be pressured? If healing comes, will I have to become someone new too fast? The body wants to know it will not be forced. So tell it, good can come gently. Change can come gently. I can receive at the pace of peace. Receiving becomes easier when the body feels that you will stay with yourself. For example, if love comes into your life, the body may fear abandonment, but you can say, I will not abandon myself for love. That sentence creates safety. If abundance comes, the body may fear losing control. You can say, I can receive more and still be wise. If success comes, the body may fear being judged. You can say, I can be seen and still be safe within myself. If peace comes, the body may fear that something bad will happen if it relaxes. You can say, I can rest without waiting for danger. These simple words begin to change the relationship between the body and the blessing. The body must also feel safe with the present moment. Sometimes we are trying so hard to reach the future that the body feels dragged. We say, I need to change. I need to manifest. I need to heal. I need to become better. I need to get there. And the body hears pressure. It hears that this moment is not enough. It hears that it must hurry to be loved. But healing does not grow well under attack. Receiving does not open under pressure. The body relaxes when it hears. You are allowed to be here while we grow. You are allowed to be unfinished and still loved. You are allowed to take one step at a time. This is why self-acceptance speeds the inner process. Not because it makes you lazy, not because it means you stop growing, but because the body opens when it is no longer being attacked. If you hate your current life, the body tightens. If you hate your current body, the body tightens. If you hate your current emotions, the body tightens. If you hate your waiting season, the body tightens. But when you bring love into the current moment, the body says, maybe it is safe to move. Love creates movement where shame creates freeze. Say this softly. I do not have to hate where I am in order to move forward. Let that sentence enter the places where you have been hard on yourself. You do not have to hate your body in order to care for it. You do not have to hate your money situation in order to improve it. You do not have to hate your loneliness in order to open to love. You do not have to hate your fear in order to choose trust. You do not have to hate the old self in order to become new. Love is a better guide than hatred. Peace is a better teacher than panic. The body receives through repetition. One loving sentence may bring a moment of relief. Repeated loving sentences create a new inner home. One calm breath may soften the chest. Repeated calm breaths teach the body a new way to respond. One safe choice may feel small. Repeated safe choices teach the nervous system that life is no longer the same. Do not be discouraged if the body does not trust immediately. Trust grows through proof. Give the body proof that you are safe with yourself. Keep your promises in small ways. Rest when you say you will rest. Speak kindly when fear appears. Stop pushing when the body asks for care. Choose one boundary when your peace needs protection. These things tell the body, I am no longer abandoning you. A body that feels safe can receive more clearly. It can feel the difference between a true yes and an old people-pleasing yes. It can feel the difference between a true opportunity and a fear-based rush. It can feel the difference between love and attachment. It can feel the difference between peace and avoidance. When the body is always in danger, everything feels urgent. But when the body begins to feel safe, wisdom becomes easier to hear. This is why safety is not a small thing. Safety is the ground where guidance can stand. Many people ask, why is life not responding? But the deeper question may be, can my body hold the response? Can the body hold peace without searching for the next problem? Can the body hold love without pushing it away? Can the body hold abundance without guilt? Can the body hold success without panic? Can the body hold rest without shame? If the answer is not yet, do not be sad. Not yet is not failure. It is a loving place to begin. You can teach the body. You can help it feel safe. You can open slowly. Begin with the hands. Open them. Let the fingers relax. This small movement tells the body, I am not gripping right now. Then let the shoulders drop. The shoulders often carry the future. Let them know they do not have to hold the whole path. Then soften the jaw. The jaw often holds words, anger, pressure, fear, and control. Let it loosen. Then breathe into the chest or belly, wherever the breath can go easily. Do not force a deep breath if the body does not want it. Let the breath be kind. Then say, it is safe for good things to come to me gently. Stay with that sentence. It is safe for good things to come to me gently. If the mind argues, let it argue softly in the background. You do not need to fight it. Repeat again. It is safe for good things to come to me gently. Maybe the body believes only 1% today. That is enough. 1% is an opening. Tomorrow it may be 2. Later it may be more. Healing does not always come as a sudden change. Sometimes it comes as a small place inside that is no longer as tight as before. You may also say, I can receive without fear. If that feels too big, say, I am learning to receive without fear. That may feel easier. The words I am learning are gentle. They give the body space. They do not demand perfection. They say, we are on the path. You can say, I am learning to receive love without losing myself. I am learning to receive abundance without guilt. I am learning to receive peace without waiting for danger. I am learning to receive guidance without forcing the answer. I am learning to receive life in softer ways. The body must know that receiving will not take your power away. This is very important. Some people fear receiving because they think it means dependence. They think if they allow support, they will become weak. But receiving is not weakness. Receiving is part of the flow of life. The lungs receive air. The earth receives rain. The flower receives sunlight. The heart receives love. Life is always giving and receiving. You are not separate from that rhythm. You do not have to earn every breath. You do not have to prove you deserve every kindness. You are allowed to receive because you are part of life. Receiving also does not mean you take everything that comes. A safe body can receive with wisdom. It can say yes to what is loving and no to what is not. It can open to support and still keep boundaries. It can welcome love and still keep self-respect. It can welcome abundance and still stay grounded. It can welcome opportunity and still listen to peace. Receiving is not being wide open to everything. Receiving is being open to the good that honors your soul. This truth can help the body relax. You do not have to accept what does not feel right in order to be open. You do not have to say yes to every person, every offer, every path, every demand. You are allowed to receive with discernment. You are allowed to choose. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to ask, does this feel peaceful? Does this honor me? Does this match the life I am becoming? When the body knows you will protect your peace, it becomes less afraid of opening. Sometimes the body feels unsafe because the mind keeps rushing the process. The mind says, why is it not here yet? Why am I not healed yet? Why am I still afraid? Why am I still learning this? These questions add pressure. Try softer questions. What does my body need to feel safe today? What is one gentle step I can take? What good am I ready to receive right now? Where can I stop pushing myself? How can I make this moment feel a little kinder? These questions bring you back into partnership with the body. The body loves partnership. It does not want to be treated like a machine. It wants to be heard. It wants to be respected. It wants to be included. So include it in your spiritual practice. Do not only speak to the sky. Speak to your own heart. Speak to your own breath. Speak to your own hands. Speak to your own nervous system. Say, we are safe enough now. We can open slowly. We do not have to rush. We do not have to fear every good thing. We can let life support us one step at a time. When the body feels safe, gratitude becomes easier. And gratitude is one of the softest ways to receive. Gratitude tells the body, good is already here in some form. It does not deny what is missing. It simply notices what is present. The breath, the bed, the cup of water, the light, the lesson, the strength to continue, the person who was kind, the idea that came, the small answer, the moment of peace. Gratitude helps the body stop living only in lack. It opens the hands. It softens the eyes. It says, there is already something to receive. Do not use gratitude as pressure. Do not say, I should be grateful, so I should not feel sad. No, my dear. You can feel sad and still notice one blessing. You can be waiting and still be grateful for one breath. You can desire more and still bless what is here. Gratitude is not a way to silence pain. It is a way to remind pain that it is not the only thing in the room. This is very healing for the body. The body begins to learn that life is not only danger. Life also has support, softness, kindness, and small gifts. Let your body practice receiving small things first. Receive a compliment without pushing it away. Receive rest without guilt. Receive a kind word without saying it does not count. Receive a quiet moment without filling it with noise. Receive a meal with care. Receive help when it is offered in a loving way. Receive your own breath. Receive the morning. Receive one sign of support. These small acts teach the body how to open. You do not need to wait for a giant blessing to practice receiving. Practice with the small good that is already here. Every time you receive small good with safety, you tell life, I am available. Every time you stop pushing away kindness, you tell life, I can hold more. Every time you let yourself rest, you tell life, peace is safe in me. Every time you accept support without guilt, you tell life, I am learning the flow. This is how the quiet secret becomes real in the body, not only as an idea, not only as a sentence, as a felt truth. So today, let the body be part of the prayer. Do not only say, life, bring me good. Say also, body, it is safe to receive good. Do not only say, I am ready. Say also, I am willing to become safe with what I ask for. Do not only say, I want life to respond. Say also, I open gently to the ways life is already responding. Let the body hear this. Let the breath carry it. Let the hands open to it. Let the shoulders soften under it. It is safe for good things to come to me gently. I am learning to receive without fear. I am learning to let love feel safe. I am learning to let abundance feel peaceful. I am learning to let peace feel normal. I am learning to let change come step by step. I do not have to rush my healing. I do not have to force my receiving. I can become a safe place for the good I have asked for. And as the body begins to feel safe, the whole inner signal changes. The desire is no longer wrapped in fear. The prayer is no longer covered in panic. The affirmation is no longer fighting the nervous system. The heart is no longer asking for good while bracing against it. Something inside begins to say softly and clearly, yes, I can receive this. Yes, I can let life support me. Yes, I can open without losing myself. Yes, good can come gently. This inner yes is quiet, but it is powerful. It changes the way you stand in life. It changes the way you notice life. It changes the way you allow life. The body does not need to be forced into faith. It needs to be loved into safety. Let that be enough for today. Love the body into safety. Breathe it into safety. Speak it into safety. Choose one small action that proves safety. And when life begins to bring even a small good thing, do not push it away. Let it count. Let it enter. Let the body feel, this is safe. I can receive this. Little by little, receiving becomes natural. Little by little, the heart opens. Little by little, life has more room to respond. Attention is one of the quiet powers you carry every day, my dear. What you keep looking at inside your mind begins to feel larger. What you keep speaking about begins to feel stronger. What you keep repeating with emotion begins to feel more true. This is why attention is not a small thing. Attention is like water. Whatever you water inside you begins to grow. If you water fear all day, fear becomes louder. If you water lack all day, lack begins to look like the only truth. If you water old pain all day, the past begins to feel alive again. But if you begin watering peace, trust, gratitude, and possibility, something inside you slowly changes. The garden of the mind begins to grow a different life. Many people say they want life to change, but they keep feeding the old story with all their energy. They wake up and check the same problem. They speak the same fear. They repeat the same painful sentence. They tell themselves, nothing is moving, nothing is working, nothing is coming, nothing ever changes for me. And then the body hears this again and again. The mind hears it again and again. The heart hears it again and again. After a while, the old story feels like truth, not because it is the final truth, but because it has been fed so often. This does not mean you must ignore your life. It does not mean you pretend bills are not there, feelings are not there, pain is not there, or choices are not needed. That is not wisdom. Wisdom sees what is here, but it does not worship it. Wisdom says, this is what I am facing, but this is not all that life can become. There is a great difference between handling a problem and feeding a problem. You can handle the bill without saying, I am doomed. You can care for the body without saying, my body is against me. You can notice loneliness without saying, love will never find me. You can see delay without saying, life has forgotten me. You can be practical without becoming fearful. The old mind often believes that if it worries enough, it is helping. It says, if I think about this all day, maybe I will be ready. If I keep checking, maybe I will feel safe. If I keep repeating the problem, maybe I will find the answer. But many times, this does not bring peace. It only gives the problem more life inside you. The mind becomes tired. The body becomes tight. The heart becomes heavy. And because your attention is always on what is wrong, it becomes harder to notice what is healing, what is opening, what is supporting you, and what is gently changing. Attention is the place where your energy goes first. Before life changes outside, your attention begins to change inside. You stop giving your strongest focus to what you fear. You stop giving every morning to the old story. You stop letting one problem become the center of your whole inner world. You begin to say, I see this, but I do not have to become this. I can meet this with calm. I can choose a new thought. I can give my energy to what I want to grow. This is not always easy at first because the old story may be familiar. The old fear may know how to pull your attention. It may call you many times during the day. It may say, "Look at me, think about me, solve me now, be afraid again," and you may follow it before you even notice. That is all right. Do not shame yourself. Awareness grows through practice. In the moment you notice that your attention has gone back to the old fear, you can return. One return is powerful. One return says, "I am not fully under the old pattern anymore." One return says, "I can choose where my energy goes." You may ask, "But how can I stop thinking about something that is right in front of me?" You do not have to force the mind blank. You only have to stop giving the old story your whole life force. You can say, "Yes, this is here, and something new is also forming." You can say, "Yes, I feel this fear, and I can still choose one peaceful thought." You can say, "Yes, this has not changed yet, and I am not going to call it my final truth." You can say, "Yes, I have responsibilities, and I can meet them without attacking myself." This is how attention begins to shift. Not by denial, but by a wiser focus. If you keep staring at the problem feels bigger. If you keep repeating the old story stays alive. If you keep feeding fear, fear becomes louder. But if you begin feeding peace, peace becomes easier to find. If you begin feeding trust, trust becomes a little more natural. If you begin feeding gratitude, you start noticing small good things that fear would have missed. If you begin feeding possibility, the mind slowly opens to new doors. The outside may not change in 1 minute, but the way you stand inside your life begins to change. And that is where the new path begins. Think of attention as water in a garden. If you pour water on weeds every day, they grow strong. If you pour water on flowers only once and then ignore them, they struggle. Many people water fear all day and then give trust one small sentence before sleep. Then they wonder why fear feels stronger. My dear, trust also needs water. Peace also needs water. A new belief also needs water. Your new life needs your attention, your words, your breath, and your small daily choices. This does not mean you must repeat affirmations all day in a forced way. It means you become more honest about what you are feeding. When you speak about your life, are you feeding the old identity or the new one? When you wake up, are you feeding panic or peace? When you think about your desire, are you feeding trust or desperation? When something has not arrived yet, are you feeding faith or hopelessness? When the body feels tired, are you feeding love or criticism? These questions are not here to judge you. They are here to wake you gently. You can begin with one simple sentence. I give my attention to the life I am ready to receive. Say it slowly. I give my attention to the life I am ready to receive. This sentence does not mean you ignore what needs care. It means your future is no longer being built from fear alone. It means you are choosing to feed the inner state that agrees with your prayer. It means you are saying to life, I am available for something new, and I will stop giving all my power to what I no longer want to grow. If you are asking for love, give attention to the ways love can already live in you. Speak kindly to yourself. Notice people who are gentle. Let a small act of care count. Stop giving all your attention to who did not choose you, who left, who hurt you, or who could not love you well. Your heart may need time to heal, yes. But healing is different from living in the wound. Healing says, "This hurt me, and I am bringing love here." The wound says, "This hurt me, so this is all I will ever know." Give attention to healing. If you are asking for abundance, give attention to support, wisdom, order, gratitude, and possibility. This does not mean you pretend money does not matter. It means you stop making lack the only voice in the room. You can look at your money with honesty and still say, "I am learning a new way. I am open to support. I am willing to receive and manage good with peace." Maybe one idea comes. Maybe one habit changes. Maybe one door opens. Maybe one wiser choice appears. Let it count. Do not reject small movements because fear wants a huge sign. If you are asking for peace, give attention to moments of calm, even tiny ones. One slow breath counts. One pause before reacting counts. 1 minute without checking the phone counts. One kind word to yourself counts. One moment of silence counts. Peace does not always arrive as a whole new life in one day. Sometimes peace arrives as a small space inside the old life. And if you water that space, it grows. If you are asking for healing, give attention to kindness toward the body. Notice what supports you. Notice what soothes you. Notice what your body is asking for. Stop giving all your attention to fear. Do what is wise and practical, but do not speak to the body as if it is an enemy. The body listens. The body needs friendship. The body needs care. The body needs safety. Give attention to the body's wisdom, not only the body's discomfort. This is how life begins to respond differently. Your attention changes your state. Your state changes your choices. Your choices change what life can bring into form. You cannot feed the old story all day and expect the new story to feel natural inside you. You cannot give fear all your water and expect trust to bloom. But you can begin again. You can choose one new place to place your attention today. You can stop one old sentence before it finishes. You can bless one small sign of good. You can say, "I see the old pattern, but I am feeding the new life now." And when the old story tries to pull you back, do not fight it with anger. Simply return. Return to the breath. Return to the new sentence. Return to the next loving step. Return to gratitude. Return to the truth that life has more ways than you can see. Return as many times as you need. Every return is a new seed. Every return is a message to your subconscious. Every return tells life, I am no longer giving my whole self to fear. Say this now inside your heart. I give my attention to the life I am ready to receive. I stop watering the old fear. I stop feeding the old story. I see what is here, but I also bless what is forming. My attention is precious. My energy is precious. My inner world is precious. I choose to feed peace. I choose to feed trust. I choose to feed the good that is growing quietly within me. Spiritual trust does not mean doing nothing, my dear. Trust does not mean you sit in fear and wait for life to carry every part of the path for you. Trust means you listen, soften, and then take the next loving step. Life may bring the idea, but you must write it down. Life may bring the nudge, but you must move with it. Life may bring the door, but you must walk toward it. Life may bring support, but you must be willing to receive it. The universe responds to agreement, and your small action is your agreement. Many people wait for a huge sign before they begin. They want the whole path to be clear. They want every fear to disappear. They want complete confidence before they take one step. But life often does not work that way. Many times, the next step appears before the whole path appears. You may not know the full answer, but you know one small thing to do. You may not feel fully ready, but you feel one quiet pull. You may not have total courage, but you have enough for one honest sentence, one small choice, one gentle action. That is enough. One step taken with love can open the next step. Small aligned actions are powerful because they tell the subconscious mind, we are serious about the new life. If you say, I choose peace, but keep reacting in the same old way every time, the body does not fully believe peace is safe yet. But if you pause once before answering, that pause becomes proof. If you say, I love myself, but keep speaking to yourself with cruelty, the heart does not fully believe it. But if you choose one kind sentence instead of one harsh sentence, that sentence becomes proof. If you say, I welcome abundance, but never take one wise step, the mind stays in the old pattern. But if you organize one thing, learn one thing, ask one question, or receive one small good thing without guilt, that action becomes proof. Your action does not have to be dramatic. It only has to be aligned. This is very important. The old self often thinks change must be big or it does not count. But life loves small, honest beginnings. A seed is small. A breath is small. A yes is small. A no is small. A new thought is small. A page is small. A walk is small. A glass of water is small. A moment of silence is small. And yet every big change begins with something small that was repeated with love. If you are asking for peace, One aligned action may be putting the phone down for 10 minutes. It may be breathing before you speak. It may be choosing not to replay the same painful thought again. It may be resting when your body asks for rest. It may be saying, I do not need to solve everything tonight. These actions may seem simple, but they teach the body that peace is real. They tell life, I am not only asking for peace, I am making space for it. If you are asking for love, one aligned action may be not abandoning yourself for approval. It may be speaking one truth kindly. It may be not chasing a person who keeps making you feel small. It may be looking in the mirror with softness. It may be saying, I am here with you, to the part of you that feels lonely. It may be receiving kindness without pushing it away. These actions tell life, I am becoming a safe home for love. If you are asking for abundance, one aligned action may be treating money with more calm. It may be writing down what needs attention without fear. It may be learning something that supports your future. It may be accepting help. It may be blessing what you already have. It may be taking one wise step instead of repeating, there is never enough. These actions tell life, I am available to receive and care for more good. If you are asking for healing, one aligned action may be drinking water with love. It may be resting before the body breaks down. It may be speaking to the body with kindness. It may be seeking support when support is needed. It may be taking a walk, breathing slowly, or listening to what the body is trying to say. These actions tell life, I am no longer fighting my body. I am working with it. Aligned action is not action from panic. This is where we must be gentle and clear. Panic may push you to do many things, but not all movement is alignment. Sometimes panic sends the message, checks the page, forces the conversation, makes the choice too quickly, says yes when the heart means no, or tries to fix everything in one day. Panic action feels tight. It feels rushed. It feels like, if I do not do this now, I am not safe. Aligned action feels different. It may still take courage, but it has more peace inside it. It feels like, this is the next honest step. The difference is in the body. Before you act, pause and ask, am I moving from fear or from love? Fear may say, I must do this to be chosen. Love may say, I choose this because it honors me. Fear may say, I must do this or everything will fall apart. Love may say, this is the wise step I can take today. Fear may say, I need proof now. Love may say, I can take one step and allow the rest to unfold. This simple question can save you from many old patterns. Sometimes the most aligned action is not doing more. Sometimes the aligned action is stopping. Stop chasing. Stop checking. Stop repeating the old story. Stop saying yes when your heart is tired. Stop giving your best energy to what drains you. Stop speaking to your body with hate. Stop using fear as your guide. These are actions too. A pause can be an action. A boundary can be an action. Rest can be an action. Silence can be an act. Choosing not to return to the old pain can be one of the strongest actions you ever take. Life responds to the action that matches the prayer. If you pray for peace, act like peace matters. If you pray for love, act like your heart matters. If you pray for abundance, act like you are someone who can receive and care for good. If you pray for healing, act like your body is your friend. If you pray for guidance, act like you are willing to listen. This is not about earning blessings. You do not need to earn love from life. This is about becoming available to receive what you are asking for. Many people feel stuck because they wait for life to move first. They say, "When life changes, then I will feel peaceful. When love comes, then I will love myself. When money comes, then I will feel abundant. When the answer comes, then I will trust." But the quiet secret asks for a different order. You begin living as the new state before the old reality fully changes. You choose peace before everything is perfect. You choose self-love before someone else proves your worth. You choose trust before every sign appears. You choose one abundant thought before the outer picture fully agrees. This does not mean pretending. It means planting the new reality inside first. Your small action is like a vote for the new life. Every day you vote with your attention, your words, your choices, and your habits. When you choose the old fear, you vote for the old state. When you choose one loving step, you vote for the new one. You do not need to win every vote in one day. You only need to begin choosing the new state more often. One small vote, then another, then another. Over time, the inner government changes. The old fear no longer rules everything. A new wisdom begins to lead. This is why consistency matters more than intensity. Many people become intense for one day, then give up when the whole life does not change by morning. But life responds deeply to steady energy. One calm choice every day can change the nervous system. One kind sentence every day can change the inner voice. One aligned step every day can change the path. One moment of trust every day can soften years of fear. Do not underestimate steady, small actions. They are quiet, but they are powerful. Ask yourself today, what is one small action that agrees with the good I am asking for? Not 10 actions, not a perfect plan, one small action. If the answer is peace, maybe the action is breathing before reacting. If the answer is love, maybe the action is speaking kindly to yourself. If the answer is abundance, maybe the action is taking one wise step with money or work. If the answer is healing, maybe the action is caring for the body with more patience. If the answer is guidance, maybe the action is creating one quiet moment to listen. Then do it without making it heavy. Do it gently. Do it like a promise to your own heart. Do it without needing applause. Do it without demanding that life approve everything right away. Small, aligned action is not a bargain with life. It is a message of readiness. It says, I am willing, I am listening, I am moving with the good that is forming. And life can work with willingness. Life can guide someone who is willing to move. Life can meet the person who is not only asking, but also opening. There may be days when you fall back into the old pattern. That is part of being human. Do not make one old reaction into a whole failure. Notice it and return. If you reacted from fear, return with one calm breath. If you spoke harshly to yourself, return with one kind sentence. If you chased, return to your center. If you worried all morning, return in the afternoon. If you forgot your practice, return before sleep. The return matters more than the mistake. Every return is an aligned action. My small loving actions tell life I am ready. Say that slowly. My small loving actions tell life I am ready. I do not need to force the whole path. I take one peaceful step. I do not need to become perfect. I choose one loving action. I do not need to know every answer. I move with the next honest step. Life can meet me as I move with trust. Life can guide me as I act with love. Life can respond as I stop fighting the good I have asked for. Life does not always answer in the way the mind expects. This is why many answers are missed. The mind asks for a big sign, but life sends a quiet feeling. The mind asks for a perfect path, but life sends one small step. The mind asks for a sudden miracle, but life sends a simple idea. The mind asks for one exact person, one exact door, one exact timing, but life may answer through another way. And if you are only willing to receive the answer in one form, you may miss the many forms that are already coming toward you. Life may respond through peace. This is one of the gentlest answers. You may not know why, but when you think about one choice, your body softens. When you imagine one path, your breath becomes easier. When you release one old fear, your heart feels lighter. Peace is often a sign. It does not always shout. It does not always explain itself. It simply says, "This way feels true." If you are always waiting for something dramatic, you may not honor the peaceful feeling. But peace can be guidance. Peace can be life whispering, "Come this way." Life may respond through discomfort too. Not all answers feel sweet at first. Sometimes life answers by showing you what no longer fits. A place may begin to feel too small. A habit may begin to feel heavy. A relationship pattern may begin to feel painful in a way you can no longer ignore. An old belief may begin to feel false. This does not mean life is punishing you. It may mean life is waking you. Sometimes the answer begins with the truth you have avoided. The discomfort says, you are ready to stop living this way. That can be a gift, even if it feels hard. Life may respond through a new idea. You may be doing something simple, and suddenly a thought comes. Write this down. Call this person. Learn this skill. Rest today. Wait. Begin. Let go. Try again. Speak the truth. Do not ignore every simple idea because it does not seem big enough. Many answers begin as a small thought that keeps returning. The thought may feel gentle, but it may carry a door inside it. A quiet idea can become the beginning of a new path. Life may respond through people, a kind word, a message at the right time, a person who opens a door, a person who shows you what you no longer want, a person who reminds you of your worth, a person who says one sentence that stays with you. Sometimes support does not come from where you expected it. Sometimes the person you wanted to understand you cannot, but another person brings comfort in a simple way. Do not reject support because it does not come through the exact door your mind chose. Life may respond through delays. This is a difficult one for the human mind. The mind says, if it is delayed, it must be wrong. But sometimes delay protects you. Sometimes delay prepares you. Sometimes delay allows something better to form. Sometimes delay gives you time to become calmer, wiser, stronger, or more honest. A delay is not always a closed door. Sometimes it is life saying, not this way yet. Something is still being arranged. If you can meet delay with trust instead of panic, you may later see that the waiting carried love. Life may respond through a closed door. This can feel painful. No one likes a closed door when the heart wanted it open. But not every closed door is rejection. Some closed doors are protection. Some closed doors are redirection. Some closed doors are life keeping you from shrinking yourself. Some closed doors are the answer to a prayer your deeper self made before your mind understood. When something does not open, do not immediately say, I have failed. Ask, is life guiding me another way? That question keeps the heart open. Life may respond through your own body. The body often knows before the mind admits it. The tight chest, the soft breath, the heavy stomach, the relaxed shoulders, the tiredness that says, please rest, the energy that says, this is good for me. The body is not only a problem to fix, it is a messenger. If you listen with love, the body can guide you toward peace. It can show you where you are forcing, where you are afraid, where you are ready, and where you need care. Life may respond through small signs of change inside you. This is very important. Sometimes you are waiting for the outside to change, but the first answer is that you change. You no longer react the same way. You no longer believe the same fear so quickly. You no longer chase the same old pain. You no longer speak to yourself with the same harshness. You no longer let one person decide your worth. This is life responding inside you. Do not call it nothing. A new inner response is a miracle beginning in a quiet form. When you stop demanding one exact form, you notice more answers. The mind may say, it must look like this. But the heart can say, life, answer me in the way that is best. That is a softer prayer. It does not mean you have no desire. It means you are not closing every door except one. It means you trust that life is larger than your plan. It means you are willing to be surprised. It means you let life bless you through simple and unexpected ways. Many people miss answers because they are looking only for fireworks. But life often answers in ordinary clothes. A sentence in a book, a quiet morning, a person saying something kind, a sudden calm after prayer, a small chance, a closed door, a feeling that you cannot keep living the old way, a new courage, a soft no, a peaceful yes, an idea while drinking tea, a deeper breath, a night of better sleep, a moment where you feel less afraid. These things may not look large, but they are alive with guidance. The quiet secret is to become a listener, not a desperate listener, not a fearful listener, a soft listener. Ask, then soften. Ask, then notice. Ask, then stop forcing the answer to look one way. Move through the day with gentle eyes. Life may be speaking through what opens and through what closes, through what feels peaceful and through what feels heavy, through what returns again and again, through what gives you energy and through what drains you, through the small good that arrives without noise. Say this to yourself: life is answering me in ways I can see and ways I cannot see yet. Let that sentence open the mind. Life is answering me in ways I can see and ways I cannot see yet. This means you do not need to panic when the answer is not obvious. This means you do not need to call silence empty. This means you do not need to reject a small sign because it is not the full result. This means you can trust that life has hidden ways, quiet ways, simple ways, and beautiful ways. When something small comes, receive it. If peace comes for 1 minute, receive it. If a kind thought comes, receive it. If an idea comes, write it down. If help comes, say thank you. If a door closes, pause before calling it bad. If a delay happens, breathe before calling it failure. If your body softens, notice it. If your heart feels lighter, honor it. The more you receive small answers, the safer your body feels with larger ones. Life may not always answer the ego's demand, but life always speaks to the soul. The ego often wants speed, proof, control, and the exact form. The soul wants truth, peace, growth, love, and right timing. Sometimes the answer that blesses the soul does not satisfy the ego right away. That is why trust is needed. Trust says, I may not understand this yet, but I am willing to be guided. Trust says, I am open to the answer that brings real peace, not only quick relief. Trust says, life knows more ways than I can see, so let life answer in simple ways. Let support come through small things. Let guidance come through quiet feelings. Let healing come through one kind choice. Let abundance come through one wise step. Let love come through your own heart first. Let peace come through one breath. Let the new life begin as a small inner yes. Do not make life shout to prove it is with you. Sometimes the softest answer is the most true. Today, you can begin very simply. You do not need a perfect morning. You do not need a perfect mood. You do not need to feel completely healed. You only need one honest moment with yourself. Place your attention back inside and ask, what energy am I sending to life today? This question is gentle, but it is powerful. It helps you notice the state you are living from. Am I sending fear or trust? Am I sending pressure or peace? Am I sending lack or openness? Am I sending old pain or new love? Am I sending panic or am I sending a calm yes? Do not judge the answer. If you notice fear, bless the fear. If you notice pressure, soften the pressure. If you notice lack, bring love to the place that feels empty. If you notice doubt, speak gently to the part of you that is tired. The practice is not to shame yourself into a better state. The practice is to return yourself to love. You may say, I see that I am afraid today, and I choose to meet this fear with kindness. That is already a new energy. That is already a clearer signal. Then choose one thought for the day. Let it be simple. Life is working with me. Do not make it hard. Do not ask the mind to believe 100 things. Give it one soft path. Life is working with me. When the old fear says, nothing is happening, answer gently, life is working with me. When delay appears, say, life is working with me. When you do not know the whole plan, say, life is working with me. This thought becomes a small light in the mind. Then choose one feeling. I choose trust. Maybe you do not feel full trust yet. That is all right. Choose a little trust, a tiny trust, a trust as small as a seed. Say, I choose trust for this breath. You do not need to trust the whole future at once. Trust this breath. Trust this step. Trust this moment of returning to yourself. Trust that life can work in ways you do not yet see. Trust that your softness is not weakness. Trust that your calm is not doing nothing. Trust that your open heart is a beautiful place for life to meet you. Then choose one action. I take one peaceful step. Ask yourself, what is my one peaceful step today? Maybe it is a practical step. Maybe it is an emotional step. Maybe it is a spiritual step. Maybe it is resting, writing, calling, cleaning, learning, forgiving, saying no, saying yes, drinking water, taking a walk, or giving yourself one kind sentence. Let it be small enough that you can do it with love. The peaceful step does not need to impress anyone. It only needs to agree with the good you are asking for. This is the daily practice. One question, one thought, one feeling, one action. What energy am I sending to life today? Life is working with me. I choose trust. I take one peaceful step. This practice brings your mind, heart, body, and action into agreement. It turns the prayer into a state. It turns the desire into a way of living. It tells life, I am not only asking, I am becoming available. During the day, return to the practice when you forget. You may forget many times. That is all right. The return is part of the practice. If fear takes over at noon, return at noon. If you react in the afternoon, return in the afternoon. If your mind becomes loud at night, return at night. Say, I choose again. These words are beautiful. I choose again. They are not heavy. They are not harsh. They do not ask you to be perfect. They simply open the door again. Before sleep, let the day close gently. Do not end the day by attacking yourself. Do not replay every mistake with cruelty. Do not carry fear into the night as if worry will protect you. Instead, speak to your heart. Say, today I stopped forcing. Today I softened. Today I listened. Life is responding to the new me. Maybe you softened only once. Let it count. Maybe you listened only for one moment. Let it count. Maybe you stopped forcing for one breath. Let it count. The subconscious learns through what you honor. Honor the small good. Before sleep, you may also ask, where did life respond today? Look for simple answers. Did you feel one moment of peace? Did you receive one kind word? Did one idea come? Did you make one better choice? Did you notice one old pattern before it took over? Did you return to yourself after fear? Did you care for your body in one small way? These are answers. These are signs that the new state is growing. Do not say nothing happened just because the whole outer picture did not change yet. Then release the day. Say, I let this day be enough. I let my effort be enough. I let life continue working while I rest. The body needs to know it does not have to solve everything before sleep. The mind needs permission to put down the heavy thoughts. The heart needs one kind word. Let the final voice you hear from yourself be loving. This is part of the quiet secret too. The state you sleep in teaches the mind what to carry into the night. Give it trust. Give it softness. Give it peace. The practice is simple, but do not mistake simple for weak. Simple things repeated with love change the inner world. A simple thought can become a new belief. A simple breath can become a new body memory. A simple action can become a new path. A simple evening release can become a calmer nervous system. A simple return to love can become the way you live. Life does not always need something complicated from you. Sometimes it needs your clear, gentle agreement. The quiet secret that changes how fast life responds to you is not force. It is not panic. It is not chasing signs. It is not repeating words while the heart is still closed and the body is still afraid. The quiet secret is becoming clear inside. It is living in a state that agrees with the good you are asking for. It is letting your mind, heart, body, attention, and small actions move in the same loving direction. Life is always listening. It listens to your words, yes, but it also listens to your energy, your repeated thoughts, your quiet expectations, your body's safety, your attention, and your daily choices. This is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to bring your power back. You do not need to become perfect for life to bless you. You do not need to control every thought. You do not need to be calm every second. You only need to return again and again to the state you want life to meet. If you have been forcing, soften. If you have been chasing, breathe. If you have been feeding fear, bring your attention back to trust. If your body has been tight, speak safety to it. If you have been waiting for a big sign, begin noticing the small answers. If you have been asking for change, take one small action that agrees with the change. This is how the inner signal becomes clear. This is how the door opens wider. This is how life begins to meet the new you. You do not need to beg life from fear. You do not need to prove your worth to the universe. You do not need to hold the whole future in your hands. You are allowed to become calm. You are allowed to receive gently. You are allowed to let good come in simple ways. You are allowed to trust that life is working even before your eyes can see the full result. So carry this with you today. Life is working with me. I choose trust. I take one peaceful step. I give my attention to the life I am ready to receive. I stop fighting the good that wants to come to me. It is safe for good things to come to me gently. Life is answering me in ways I can see and ways I cannot see yet. Let these words become more than words. Let them become the way you breathe, the way you wait, the way you choose, the way you listen, and the way you meet the day. You are not here to force life to love you. You are here to remember that life is already moving with you. And as you become softer, clearer, calmer, and more open inside, life begins to respond to the quiet truth you are finally living.